In this session, we explore the Sentinels of Darkness as a framework for understanding hidden areas of the mind. Drawing on A Course in Miracles, we will examine how unconscious defenses keep us in fear and how bringing them to light opens inner chambers to clarity, communication, and genuine peace. The core journey is an exchange. We move from ignorance and darkness into understanding and light. Fear thrives in what is not understood. Once a thought is brought into clarity, it loses its power to frighten us. Our task is not to fight the mind, but to trade the obscure for the obvious through honest awareness. This slide maps the anatomy of fear. It begins with a thought deliberately obscured. Left unexamined, its meaning becomes unknown. Because it is unknown, it cannot be shared, and what is unshared cannot be loved. Over time, the concealed and unloved thought evolves into terror for its creator. Here we see the paradox of hidden value. The ego insists that guarding a thought preserves its worth, yet secrecy prevents sharing and destroys meaning. Spirit teaches the opposite. Value grows only in open communication. When ideas are brought to light and jointly appreciated, their true worth is realized and multiplied. The Sentinels of Darkness represent our psychological defenses, rationalizations, justifications, and barriers that protect hidden guilt. They appear to keep us safe, but their real function is to block communication. They stand at the doors of the mind to ensure that certain chambers remain unspoken and unshared. The Holy Spirit's role is purely communicative. Rather than attacking our defenses, He shines light on them. This illumination makes the Sentinels transparent and unnecessary. In practical terms, healing does not come from inner conflict, but from allowing a higher clarity to reveal that our defenses are not needed. Gentle intervention unfolds in 3 steps. First, we stop protecting our defenses and acknowledge them honestly. Second, we bring these patterns into the light, inviting higher guidance instead of self-attack. Third, we allow the lesson. In the presence of light, the very structures we feared are shown to be harmless. Behind the heavily guarded door, we discover that nothing real was ever concealed. The fear was never about the content, but about the act of hiding itself. By dramatizing secrecy, the mind created terror around an empty room. Recognizing this releases the energy we invested in guarding what was never there. This diagram contrasts 2 inner architectures. On the left, a maze of dark corridors, sentinels, and hidden chambers symbolizes a mind organized around secrecy. On the right, God's temple is open, bright, and unobstructed. Education in this context means learning to open every door so light can freely stream through. As gatekeepers of our own minds, we decide whether the doors remain closed. The light and welcome are constant. Exclusion is self-chosen. No external force compels us either way. Our responsibility is to recognize that there is no valid reason to keep the door shut and to consciously allow the light to enter. We conclude with 3 insights. First, fear is not a monster, but an unlit room. Second, healing is less a battle with ego and more a willingness to release the doorknob. Finally, when the mind structure is fully revealed, ignorance dissolves, communication is restored, and only shared union remains.